everyone, and welcome to Southpaw Saturday on a Monday. I really apologize. I've been meaning to vlog the past 2 Saturdays, and I've been to ACE meetups, and I just haven't really had the free time, and I feel really awful about that. So many people have been leaving the channel lately, like Nini, Arna, and Jenny, and it's... I don't know what I'm saying. I don't know what I'm saying. This week I'm going to be doing the review topic. I haven't watched everybody else's videos yet. I'm going to. I'm behind on schedule. It's terrible this week. Terrible. But I actually own 2 novels about asexuality. I don't know of any nonfiction books out there. I don't think there are any, to the best of my knowledge. I've tried to find, so if you know any nonfiction novels about asexuality, that would be fantastic to recommend that. This is one of them. I haven't read this one yet. It's called The Bone People by Carrie Home. It's she's a New Zealand author, and I heard good things about it, so I'll give that a look one day. But the book I'm reviewing today is called No Touching by Aileen Deng. I just want to say that as somewhat of a writer myself, it's really quite a feat to write a novel. You know, all that time you spend just working with your characters and your stories and everything, so just like having that drive and that commitment and motivation to finish a book, to publish a book, is unbelievable. I definitely admire that. I really do admire all authors, whether they're, you know, on the bestseller list or just, you know, sitting off in the end of the bookstore and that nobody looks at, because just having that, you know, that your creativity go off into the world and make something out of that is something I admire. So I do want to say that I do admire Aileen Deng for writing this book. I do. And so for all the personal issues I might have for it, I am still glad that I read it, and I'm still glad that it does exist in this world. I'll read you the synopsis, I guess, and so you guys can have an idea of what it's about. Abandoned by her parents on the streets of China at the age of 3, Tiffany has been adopted into a white family in San Francisco. Not only does she struggle with being the only Chinese person in a family that doesn't entirely appreciate her, she has been dumped by all of her previous boyfriends due to her lack of interest in bed. Sex is a chore to her. Being asexual with a sense of inadequacy, she strives to find that perfect someone who understands her. Perhaps she will be lucky enough to find an asexual guy who thinks just like her, or will she have to resort to creating an imaginary boyfriend? With gripping honesty and gentle humor, the story takes us to China, where Tiffany experiences her culture and rediscovers her childhood memories. Okay, so as you can see, there's a lot in this book that doesn't have to do with asexuality. Not gonna mention any of that. As you know, I'm also adopted, so some of the adoption stuff in this book, I'm just like, it's awkward. It's really awkward. It's awkward. And, it's a novel on asexuality. You see? It says even here in the blurb. That's awesome. So I thought, book about asexuality. What can go wrong? So the first paragraph of the book actually is quite inappropriate to say in this video in case any of you are sex repulsed. So I'll just mention that there. But I was startled too by the definition. I know some people define asexuality in different ways, and on Avon it's defined as a lack of sexual attraction. And in this book, Aileen says that, or rather the character Tiffany says that it means I don't have any sexual desire. Which is actually not true, because it goes to show in other parts of the book that she does have sexual desire, so actually she's lacking sexual attraction, but oh, just words. I'm just playing with words. And I thought this was amusing because she comes out to a boyfriend, and the second thing he asks is, do you play with yourself? As you know, that is a common reaction that many people, myself included, get when coming out as ace. So I thought, hey, look, that's pretty accurate. That was awesome. There's also a lot of cake references in this book, all over the place. Cake and pie references. I read a review on Amazon.com, and someone said she mentions cherry pie something like 52 times, and it's not a long book, so I was pretty amused by that. There are some lines in this book that are a little bit awkward. I thought they were awkward, written awkwardly. Yeah, like this one. Yes, I don't normally write in my books, but I have made my own like riff tracks-esque commentary on this one. You can see that it says, "I don't have a vagina that's welcoming for a penis." Classy. There's more awkward language. What? I don't even know. There's no reason for him to wait around when there are so many girls and vaginas he can pick from. Yes, so many girls, so many vaginas, too little time. Oh goodness, this book. Oh gosh, I really like this scene with the meetup though, I've gotta say. Like, for everything that I'm saying, I really highly recommend this book. I think you guys should read it. My friend Ink described it as kind of the twilight of asexuality literature. But I loved reading Twilight too. I don't know what that says about me. I think I actually have it over in the corner there, but I was very amused by Twilight. I was very amused by this book, so even though I'm saying all these things, I think you guys should all give it a shot. I don't look at sex as a big deal. It's nothing to me, I say. Having said that, I can't help feeling like the coolest girl in the world. I realize that there may be a number of guys wanting to sleep with me for just this reason. I don't get hopelessly clingy and sentimental after sex. I'm not impressed easily in bed. Guys who love a great challenge will love proving themselves to me. Being asexual isn't as bad as I thought, despite all the problems I have yet to face. At least I can always be the one girl who's beyond the reach of the typical guy. Oh yes, there's some aromantic hate going on here. I cringe at the thought that Peter may already be living a perfectly satisfying life without any need of finding love in a companion. That life is satisfying to him. He doesn't need you then. If he's having like a perfectly satisfying life, that's such a isn't that such a selfish thought to think like, oh no, I feel so bad for Peter that he's having a perfectly happy life without love for a companion. Like, I don't think Peter's bothered by that. If he's living a perfectly satisfying life, he's not bothered by that. You're bothered by that, but you're not, like, why would you be upset about Peter's happy? Just be happy for him and go on and find your own cherry pie loving partner. And Peter's all good. He's got his flower shop. He makes purple flowers for a living and dances around in asexy, potentially aromantic joy. That line, I don't know, it's problematic. Oh, they go to a Japanese tea garden because tea, that makes me wonder, is Aileen Deng a member of Avon that she gets all these cake and tea references? If you're watching this, I would love to talk to you and to meet you, because this book, I'm amused. I am a fan. I am. So you should contact me. The sister though, like, sleeps around with everyone, so it's kind of like the book is trying to make this, sense that, look at Tiffany, she's pure and asexual, and look at her sister, she's a slut, and no, I know, I don't know why I'm telling you guys to read this, because there are problems with this book. There's so many problems with slut shaming, and but I don't know, I would encourage you to read it, because just, it's obviously not a perfect book, but I think there's a lot that it comments on. I think there are a lot of parts of this book that people in the ace community have identified with at various times of the identification and coming out process. I don't know. It's like, it's not, this book is about all asexuals. This book is just about Tiffany and her process, and the grammar is not terrific, but I think that there is a lot to be said about this book. Go read it if you want to. I was just amused that there is something that you can pick up in a bookstore. Well, I don't know. I think you get it on Amazon.com actually. I don't know if it's in the bookstore, but there's like a book out there that you can pick up and you're like, oh, it's a character, you know, who shares some of the same experiences that I share. And I don't know. I think that that's something, you know, to just have some book that's about people like us. I mean, there obviously has to be a lot more books about asexuality, but it's a start. And I'm glad that Aileen Deng bothered to write a book about asexuality. So thank you very much.